Welcome back. You're watching Morning Live. The Free State in 2014 had a pass rate of over 82% for matrics. This year, the province has achieved 81.6% pass rate. The class of 2015's top achievers are being awarded at a ceremony this morning. We now cross over to Palesa Moeti to give us more. A very good morning to you, Palesa.
Good morning, Valen. We are outside the Boot Trotsky Hall here at the Central University of Technology in Bloemfontein. Now, this is where the function to recognize the top 100 performers will be held. They'll also receive goodie bags. And traditionally here in the Free State, a learner who is among the top 100 automatically would receive a bursary to further their studies. Now, joining us is the HOD for the Department of Education here in the Free State, Mr. Stanley Malope. HOD, good day and welcome.
Good morning, and thank you very much for having us here.
HOD, how do you feel about this year's matric results? Obviously, it's a slight drop. It's 1% drop. How do you feel about that?
Yes, indeed, it is 1.2 drop. However, I must say we're very excited about the results because we understand that last year and this year, because we experienced a drop in terms of our performance, it's been a year where our cohort of matrics has actually been writing the CAPS curriculum, which actually has a high cognitive level demand. So we have dropped, yes indeed, but I think we have improved on a number of areas. Our bachelors have increased. It dropped slightly from 30% last year to 29.8% this year. I think despite the fact that we had a high cognitive level demand papers, we still had over 30% bachelors. I think we also had a huge number of those progress learners. In the country we were leading, 28% of our learners were actually the progress learners. And of the 5,000 plus learners who wrote, about 2.6 learners, 50% of them at least we managed to pass. So there are spin-offs in terms of all the interventions that we have made, and we are sure that when the system matures and we get used to the demand of the new curriculum, our performance will improve to where we actually are aspiring for. But the top of it all also is that we have given our schools the 90-40 target, 90% pass and 40% bachelors. And we have quite a number of our schools which have actually achieved that target. The schools that have achieved less than 80%, I think just but a few schools. So we're very excited that despite the drop, but we have a lot of spin-offs to really take home about.
Okay, you mentioned improving the curriculum, what measures are in place for this year? Obviously, you've started planning. What measures are in place for this year?
You see, we already started 2013-2014. What needs to happen now is to reinforce, because we were dealing with too much number of progress learners. So our focus was more on those learners. So we think we have actually dealt with quite a number of reasonable number of such like learners. We're hoping that in the class of 2016, the number would be less, or we would have at least gained much experience of the past 2 years of our approach. This time around, I think you would not only concentrate on the progress learners, but we will also try to focus also on those schools that I think we neglected a little this past year. So we're hoping, yes, indeed, we'll improve all our schools.
And your target for this year?
We have not changed our target. Our target still remains 90%.
HOD, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you so much, and good luck and well done to the class of 2015. Thank you for having us once again.
Thank you. Good. Now we're also joined by two matriculants, the top performers in the Free State. Firstly joining us is Johan Brits. Now Johan is 19 years old from Jacobsdal Agricultural College. He's a very tall guy, as you'll notice. But Johan, you've got 7 distinctions. Was that the plan?
Yes, it was a plan all along, but to get those high results, those high percentages, it was a great surprise and a wonderful surprise, I would say.
And what are your plans for this year?
I'm going to study actuarial science at the University of the Free State this year. and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the new opportunities and challenges that lie ahead.
Tell me, I know you're going to study actuarial science, but let's say 10 years from now, where do you see yourself?
I'm not sure where I see myself, but I know where I am or where I'm going to be in 10 years. I want to make a difference to the people around me and to the community where I'm going to be living, and that's all I want to do. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that, but that's what I want to do.
Thank you very much for joining us this morning, and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And up next, we have Katleho Sehluhu, 18 years old from Moroka High School in Tabanchu. Katleho, congratulations.
Thank you, ma'am.
How do you feel? You've got 6 distinctions. Was that the plan?
Yes, it was the plan all along. I worked really hard to achieve what I have achieved right now. So,
obviously, when you talk about working hard, you had to sacrifice something. What exactly did you sacrifice to get to where you are today?
well, I had to spend a lot more time on my books, so I had to minimize spending time with on my phone, socializing with friends. I did those things, but I limited myself.
And in terms of your future plans, what are you going to study this year?
I'm going to study medicine.
What inspired that?
Well, I've always wanted to become a doctor since I was in primary, so till this day I still want to be a doctor, and I want to make a difference in my community as well.
Well, thank you very much. There you have it. The top two of the Free State saying that they want to make a difference in their communities. With that, it's back to you in the studio.